Hey, what's up, guys? How are y'all? I hope all is well. I hope you guys have been having a wonderful day. In today's reading, we are going to take a look at the relationship between Pat Houston, aka Patricia Houston, and Whitney Houston. If you have not heard, Pat Houston is trying to take Whitney on tour, okay? She's trying to have this hologram tour, which if you don't know what a hologram is, it's basically like some software where they can make a person appear on screen and it looks like they're walking back and forth on the stage performing. So Pat is trying to put that together as well as release music that wasn't previously released from Whitney. She's trying to put together an album with some unreleased music from her. And then I find out today that so not only are you putting her on tour as a hologram, releasing her unreleased music, but that she's also selling some very personal items that belong to Whitney Houston. I mean, I saw a passport, like her very first passport, a Grammy, and some other things, child. So I was really interested to see what the real relationship is like between these two ladies. Oh, by the way, if you are new to my channel, hey, what's up? I'm Imtarotchick. If you're returning, thank you. Love you the long way. You know that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I do shuffle my cards off camera, but I do shuffle them on camera as well a few times. Okay. Holy Ghost, Holy Spirit, can you tell us what the relationship was like between Whitney Houston and Pat Houston? Whitney Houston and Patricia Houston. Can you tell me what their true relationship was like? How were they feeling about one another? How was Patricia feeling about Whitney? Thank you. All right. How was Whitney feeling? Thank you. Okay. So we have like a struggle card here first. So we're getting some stuff. You guys, I actually think the lighting is better today. What else can you tell us about our relationship? Holy Ghost, Holy Spirit, can you talk to us and tell us what the relationship between, thank you. A lot of reversals. What the relationship between Whitney Houston and Pat Houston was like. And can you also tell us if, thank you. Ooh, we got the moon here. So some defamation being involved. Defamation. Can you tell us how Pat was feeling about Whitney? And tell us how Whitney was feeling about Pat. Can you tell us how they were getting along with each other? Can you tell us what... That was a lot there. I think that was my mistake. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this situation. I mean, honestly, I don't think it's cool. Can you tell us more about Pat Houston and Whitney Houston's relationship? How did they get along with each other? How did they get along with each other? How did they feel about each other? What is Pat's intention? What does she really feel for Whitney in her heart? Thank you. Chariot in reverse. I can tell you right now, it's not good. Their relationship was not good. Definitely wasn't what Pat portrays it to be. And I can just see that because reversals aren't always a bad thing. But when they come in like this, when there's a lot, it means that it's like tough. It's like tension. Thank you. Ace of Cups. So somebody is searching for some materials, some financial gain out of it. Somebody is looking to get ahead. Somebody is looking for opportunity of advancement. When we get into reading the cards, we'll figure out who that is. I feel like it might be Pat because Whitney doesn't have much to gain being here anymore, you know? Anything else about Pat and Whitney Houston's relationship with each other? Anything else about their relationship? How did it end? How did Whitney Houston and Pat Houston's relationship end? It's just crazy what people would do for $1. Because I'm just one of those people that just feels like if an artist wanted a song to be out, they would have put it out, you know? How did their relationship, thank you? Okay, I'm going to put it down in the order that I saw first. So, the relationship was definitely it ended strained, you guys. Like, it's like nothing was resolved. Anything else about Pat and Whitney's relationship? Can you tell us anything else about Pat Houston and Whitney Houston's relationship? How did Whitney feel about Pat taking over guardianship for Bobby Christina? How did Whitney Houston feel about Pat looking after Bobby Christina after Whitney's passing? And it's like, you guys, it's just like tension, you know? It's like, thank you. Got Queen of Cups, okay. Can you clarify that Queen of Cups? Clarify that Queen of Cups and that Queen of Swords. So, thank you. Ooh, it was this one that came out. The rest did their own thing. Okay, can you give us one more card? Ooh. No. Can you give us one more card about how Whitney felt about Pat taking care of Bobby Christina after she passed? All right, gave us 2. The Fool. Tower. Okay, and I'll let you guys know what that means when we get to that. I want to ask one more question. How does Whitney feel about her brother Gary? How does Whitney Houston feel about her brother Gary Houston? Oh my gosh, it's like, I really feel like it's a lot of like upset here, because it's almost like the cards, it's just like when the person has a lot to say, like when the energy is so high. How does she feel about her brother Gary? It's like sometimes the cards just fly out. Thank you. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Anything else about Whitney's feelings towards her brother Gary? Anything else? Y'all definitely let me know in the comments what y'all make of this. Anything else? It's like, no, that's really all there is to it. Okay. All right. Okay. So the first card that came up here as it pertains to Pat and Whitney Houston's relationship is the Ten of Staffs. And the Ten of Staffs indicates like there was struggle between these two ladies, okay? It's more like Whitney was struggling with her, but she was still continuing to try to do her thing and not let Pat get in the way of what she was trying to do. It's like Whitney was becoming very successful, and it's just like she continued to, it's like these two, it's almost like Pat saw it as a cash cow situation where Whitney really began to rise and become a force to reckon with, and Pat kind of saw the opportunity to hop on board. But there's some like struggle between these two, okay? And it was just like what I'm feeling like from Whitney. It was like sometimes it was too much, but she felt the need that she had to continue. Okay? So it's just like this need to journey on. Like, I'm focusing on my career. I'm trying to do what I have to do. But at the same time, I have to deal with this person. And it's just like struggle. And I'm not sure exactly what the struggle was. But it was just like struggle. But I still have to move forward. I still got to do what I got to do. Okay. So we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So Pat and Whitney's relationship was a lot of disappointments. A lot of disappointments and delays. Okay? And a lot of them which kept Whitney from really moving forward. I mean, we know she had other problems in life, but this is also coming up as in regards to her and Pat's relationship. Okay? So I do want you guys to understand that. Okay? Now, if this was just a reading just about Whitney's life, then, you know, those delays and disappointments will obviously be other things. But as it relates to their relationship, it was like disappointments and delays. So we have struggle, and then the disappointments and delays, like unable to move forward, unable to really get rid of her. Or not, maybe even get rid of her too strong. Unable to really separate herself from Pat. Ten of Coins. So it was really difficult for Whitney to separate herself from Pat because her family was involved. It was like Pat was a part of her family. Not was. Well, yeah, it was, because past tense, Whitney's no longer here. But it's like, it was difficult for her to really remove herself away from her because she was in the family. Okay? And with it being in reverse, it also indicates that there was a lot of violations going on. Even theft. All right? Ten of Coins is supposed to be a card of peaceful surroundings, especially in the home. So when it is in reverse, it tells us the opposite, like otherwise. Okay? So it's like she had to struggle with this, and she had to really see it through, because there really was no way for her to really, truly get away and remove herself from past association because she was in the family. Okay? But there was a lot of violation and theft going on. Is what that card is indicating. All right, so here we have Ace of Coins. Ace of Coins is in reverse. Again, this is negative influence of money. So somebody, it's like between the two of them, somebody used money. It's like money had, well, just exactly what I said, a negative influence. So I feel like money really was the issue between these two. And it influenced somebody negatively. And this also indicates that inaccurate information was put out. And when I think about the inaccurate information, I think about what we see like mainstream and what's being put out there. Like, oh, Pat and her were just, you know, two peas in a pod. But this card in reverse says otherwise. It's like, not the information that was put out about these two. It's like inaccurate information. And the negative influence of money. So I don't know, maybe it was the need of money or the desire of money. I mean, the desire of money that causes inaccurate information to get put out. I don't know, but that's what the card says, so that's what I got to tell you. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments. Okay. Six of Cups. So Six of Cups, it's like memories of the past, you know. I feel like at times like there were initiations to try to recapture the past with these two. I I don't know when they got off to a struggle or a bad start. I kind of feel like, I don't know. I'm torn. I don't know when it started between us. I don't know if it was immediately or soon after. But it's just kind of like we have somebody that's walking away, but it's like they're looking back. Okay? It's like they're looking back. And it's just like, it's just like unable to recapture something. So maybe they might have genuinely have been friends in the past or got along well. I don't know that part, you guys. But the card is indicating it's like somebody's looking back, like past the memories, you know. And this card is also indicating that somebody just moved on and just moved to a whole new environment, like getting away. Like they try to make the effort to recapture the past, maybe mend the fence, you know. But it's like, like it's not working. It didn't work. Whitney's a Leo, okay? And with Leos, they're very strong and they're very comfortable in their own power, you know? And Leos are very expressive and bold. So it's really hard for a Leo to fake how they feel. It's difficult, okay? And it pains them to fake something. It pains them. All right, and then we have the Moon card in reverse. All right, so this is indicating like defamation, gossip, lies and deception. And the thing about it is like lies and deceptions confuse people's options. And when this card comes up, this also means watch for friends who are in fact enemies. There's gossip surrounding the situation. Events are or will become very crazy. All right? And it's reversed as well, so it's like frequent mistakes. Okay? And emotional dilemmas. And again, going back to the emotional dilemmas, like I really felt like these two ladies, it was a struggle. You know? And it's just like, well, I can't really get away because she's in the family. Okay? And it's like we're struggling because, you know, and it just keeps resulting in like disappointments and delays. And when we have this frequent mistakes and emotional dilemmas, emotional, walking away, even if that means going to a new environment. Again, y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. All right. So we have this Chariot in reverse. So this indicates like a failure to control oneself, okay? It's like when I'm looking at Ace of Coins here, and I'm like, okay, so somebody is putting out misinformation and, you know, money is having a negative effect. And then we have this Chariot in reverse, which is telling us like a failure to control themselves, you know, physically or mentally. So what this is saying to me is that I feel like when I look at this card, you guys, I'm feeling like Pat, it's like she can't help herself. She can't help herself. It's like we got the frequent mistakes happen going on, delays and disappointments. And then it's like you're dealing with somebody who just can't help themselves. And it's like failure to control themselves physically or mentally. And, you know, I could also say, like, it might have even been on both ends. You know, maybe Whitney couldn't control her emotions or how she felt about her. Like I said, like, it is very hard for Leos to be fake because they're so expressive and bold. So expressive and bold. So it could have been on both of their ends, you know. Moving on here to this Ace of Cups. Was this Ace of Cups in reverse too? No, it wasn't in reverse. Okay, good. All right. So the Ace of Cups is indicating like somebody really wanted a peace of mind, you know. Somebody was really looking to satisfy their wants and desires. Okay. And somebody was also trying to look for physical good health. Okay. And that's not my opinion. That is what this card means. It's like physical good health, peace of mind, loyal heart, and they want all their wants and desires satisfied. And really looking for something that was much more fulfilling. Okay? I wonder who would mediate these situations between her and Pat, because it's like, and again, it's like, tried to recapture it. I don't feel like it was always rough for them. I don't feel like it was always rough for them. But I don't know how early on things fell apart according to these cards, because it's just like, it didn't even like start out like with love and then it gets into, you know, some negative things. It's just like flat out. It's just like struggling from the get-go. And then we have this Emperor here. Okay. So the Emperor here is like representing great strength. Okay. It's representing great strength. It's also like a sense of trying to be mature, powerful. You know, this card may be representing Whitney. And I say that because this is like strength, nurturing, powerful, opinionated, stubborn, noble, ambitious, self-assertive, and fearless. Okay, this is a person who's not afraid to speak their mind, has strong beliefs, and does not change their mind easily. And I also feel like it might be Whitney because it's alongside of the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, that's like, I want to get back into good physical health. I want to get back into good physical health. All right, and then we have the Lovers card that's coming in here in reverse. So, you guys, I'm not saying that Pat Houston and Whitney Houston were lovers. Do not get it twisted. That's not what I'm saying at all. The Lovers card is in reverse. It just means that other relationships played a part in the girl's relationship. Okay? So, this could have been like if it was somebody on Whitney's side that was trying to step in. Or if it was somebody on Pat's side trying to step in. It's like the involvement of the spouses. Okay? It's like they were in the middle of it. They were in the middle of it. They knew what was going on to a degree. But it's just like they found themselves involved. You know, this could also be Pat's husband, now that I think about it as well. He could have been one of those relationships that were, you know, involved in their stuff. Like he was an element of it. There might also have been like some kind of separation, you know, because if they were really close, I would think that this relationship now between her and Pat, I would think it would get it between her and her brother. And I'm saying that because of the memory card. That's why I was like, I don't know if this is her and Pat, like if they had been friends at one point in time, but then things turned. I don't know if it's right away, but I felt like it might have been right away. Whitney didn't care too much about her because it started off as like a struggle. But at the same time, it's like this person is looking back and trying to recapture the old things, but it's just like it's not working. So they have to keep moving forward. And then we have the spouse that's popping up in here. I mean, she was married to Bobby at the time. It could be Bobby, but I don't feel like it was him. And if this was her brother, it's like, I just want things to be the way they used to be between us. Excuse my nails, I'm sorry. You know, I had just got them done, y'all, and it broke already, but it'd be like that. But it's like, I just want things to be the way they used to be. But it's not. So, new environment, new me. And I'll touch more on that when I get to how she felt about Gary. All right, let's move on to the Nine of Swords, and then we have one more card for that main spread. Nine of Swords, it indicates depression. I really just felt like the weight of their relationship is like a lot of stress, you know, broken promises, which will go back to disappointments and delays. I think Pat used to manage her at one point, right? She was her manager or something of that nature. Four of Swords. So, oh, I forgot to mention with this one, with a stressful time, this also indicates lack of sleep. And so does this. I keep getting like an indecision or doubt, constant worrying, restless sleep, you know, a need to get away from negative situations. Okay. A need to get away. Somebody felt like it almost feels like, and I'm not trying to throw a conspiracy out, but it almost feels like Whitney was trying to get away from Pat. Like she really was just like getting to the end. You know, because we talk about it just being stress and, you know, disappointments and lack of sleep. And then we still have this lack of sleep here. But it's like this time, it's like a need to get away from negative situations. And this also indicates a possible illness as well, which, you know. So how I take the relationship to be was one of struggle. I don't think it was friendly at all. I don't say at all, but I don't feel like most of it was friendly. I don't feel like they had a good relationship. The way that it's being portrayed. I mean, y'all, not one good card came up. Not one. Not one. So, I mean, that's got to tell you something right there. Okay. So, I asked the question, and I want to be careful about how I spread this back out. I want to spread them out exactly the same way that they came out. I asked the question. I said, how did Whitney feel about Pat Houston caring for Bobby Christina when she passed away? I got Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is a distinguished female, concerned with public opinion, slightly arrogant. Okay? And this is like, she felt like people needed to look behind her smile before extending their trust. So that should tell you how she felt about Pat right there. It's like she viewed her again. I'm going to say it again. Distinguished female, concerned with public opinion. That's not me saying, that's not my opinion. That's what this card means. Concerned with public opinion. Slightly arrogant. And that you need to look behind the smile before extending your trust. Somebody. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. All right. Queen of Swords. So we have Queen of Swords in reverse. And Queen of Swords in reverse. It's like anger. You know? Sadness. And I'm also getting like unresolved issues. Like this ain't, like it's not over. Okay? So I don't think she liked that. I don't think she liked Pat caring for Bobby. Okay? Because you can see in the picture we have this woman standing here. It looks kind of young, right? And it's in reverse. If it wasn't in reverse, it would mean something totally different. But because it's in reverse, it means like anger. Okay? Anger. And then they show up side by side. All right. Eight of Swords. So this is like nothing that Whitney could do about it because Whitney was gone. So this is like my daughter who is gone. And by the way, if this wasn't reversed, it would be mourning loss of a child. So we have that, and it's in reverse because Bobby is not here. But at the same time, it's like anger. But back to Eight of Swords. So it's like my child is with Miss Lady here that I don't care for, whose intentions aren't the best. But there's nothing that I can do about it. I am in a situation where I can't do anything about it. Whitney couldn't do anything because she wasn't here. She was gone. Okay? Then we have the Fool card in reverse. She thought it was careless that Bobby was with Pat. She thought that it was careless and people were unwilling to listen. Okay? And when I say unwilling to listen, this could be indicating that maybe that when she was alive, that's not quite what she would have wanted. It's like if she had expressed this to somebody, yeah. It's just like she just felt like Bobby being with Pat was careless. And she did not like that. She was angry. But again, there's nothing she could do. Nothing Whitney could do. Which brings us to the Tower card. Tower card means turmoil. It's like she felt like it would make Bobby worse. Like it would make her situation worse. And this is also indicating like too much conflict around. Disruptions. I mean, not one good card has popped up, y'all. Not one. Not one. Not the understanding card of people coming together, trying to form understandings. Not one. Not one good card. I don't think I've ever had a reading like that before where not one good card popped up. Not one. All right, I asked the question, how does Whitney feel about her brother Gary? Pain. It's like a bitter disappointment. A bitter disappointment at the outcome of events. Sheesh. I had to take a moment of silence right there. Yikes. Whew. Okay, let's move on. The last card I got is Three of Swords. This is sadness, hurt feelings, a sense of loss, unanswered questions, and abrupt separation. Okay. So when it comes to Gary, it's like she feels, again, bitter disappointment at the outcome of things. But she feels sad, you know, and it's like hurt feelings, and again, unanswered questions. That she feels like that loss. That loss, you guys. You guys. And abrupt separation, which means she was separated too soon. She left this earth. Although God has perfect timing. So I won't say that. I'll just leave it at how it came to me. Abrupt separation. She was separated from everybody. Abruptly. Quickly. And the feeling is just like, I wish I had more time. Because I wanted to get into physical good health. You know? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that below. What we pushing? Like 38 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and clear my deck. But y'all, I'm just tripping off the fact that there was not one good card in that spread. So, I mean, y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. We'll see how this hologram stuff and, you know, selling of the personal items. I should have asked that question, but I don't want to hold y'all up any longer. I am going to do a separate reading on Whitney in the future. I don't know how soon it's going to be because I still have to get T-Boz and Left Eyes reading done. If you enjoyed this reading, please like it and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see y'all in the next video. And rest in peace to Whitney Houston and Bobby Christina.